2 episodes in, and baby, this season is already giving delusion, confusion, and some of the cast is still holding on to dreams like they came with a warranty. Welcome back to Reality Sip TV. I'm your girl, Sis with the T, your unfiltered voice of reason, and the one who watches reality TV so you don't have to. And today, we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville, Season 10, Episodes 1 and 2. So, before we get started, I want to apologize sincerely for calling Melody Cherie Rogers Melody Holt. Y'all, I was so wrapped up in that read that I got carried away. I have been watching this show since the first season, episode 1, and I love me some Melody. She was actually the reason I watched this long. But y'all, I had to step in this season when they brought Arionne's name up and say something. So again, please forgive me for that. Also, I want to thank you to all of my new subscribers. I know my channel is new, but I want to say welcome and please stick around, y'all, because we are just getting started. I have more reads to read and more wigs to peel back. Now, with that being said, let's get into this read, honey. So I had to take a deep breath, y'all, before filming this one because the fiction flying around with this cast, it's unreal. It's like watching a lifetime movie with no budget and too much pride. So let's start with the man who would just not go away. And that is none other than Mr. Martell Holt. Now, sir, I'm going to need you to stop lying with your whole chest because you, sir, got on this national TV and said you was considering putting Arionne in a home. You were helping her pay for nursing school and you maybe even giving her a ring. I'm sorry, but did we enter the Twilight Zone? Not Martell. I forgot my kids' backpacks Hope out here auditioning for the Stepford Side Chick Chronicles. Sir, the only thing you're protecting is your fragile ego and a storyline that's been stretched thinner than Destiny's relevance. Martell out here talking like he's Elon Musk with secrets to protect. Sir, the only thing you successfully built was confusion. And the best part, he said Arionne is a good mother. Well, clap it up then. You had a whole baby with her and still won't claim her outside of a gaslit quote and a blurry photo on your burner account. Martell wants us to believe, y'all, he's about to invest in this woman's future. Meanwhile, he hasn't even invested in a storyline in what, at least the last 3 seasons. And before then, you were riding Melody's coattail hoping it would carry you to the top. Y'all know what I think this is? Damage control. Why? Because the blog heat is hot and Martell is trying to clean up his image like Clorox in a scandal. But baby, this ain't no Windex, and that mirror is still foggy. Now, let's move on to Scott Manor because y'all, it finally happened. We are 10 seasons in, and we finally, and I do mean finally, got a foundation. We got a whole foundation, y'all. Child, Beyonce dropped Lemonade, built a whole Ivy Park empire, and we still watching them pour concrete like it's a grand reveal. You mean to tell me it took y'all a whole decade to lay some concrete? I'm sorry, but this is not HGTV. This is not Fixer Upper Huntsville Edition. It took longer to break ground on Scott Manor than it took for Tisha to pretend she's not still wondering what Marsaw doing with his free time. Now, I will give credit where credit is due. A foundation is progress. But at this point, y'all could have hosted three weddings, a revival, and a family intervention in that dirt lot and still had time left over. At this point, the land should have had a basement, two model homes, and a street named after Tisha's patients. The real question is the manor being built for legacy or to prove a point that's already expired? Because if we're just doing it to say we did it, babe, I need all my time back. Now, let's talk about Miss Wanda. Because yes, y'all, Miss Wanda is back this season. But for what exactly? Because the only thing she's stirring up is annoyance. She is not funny, she is messy, and she's giving me somebody's auntie who wandered on set and decided to stay for the potato salad. Just loud for no reason and wrong every time. She's walking through scenes like she forgot her lines, but she showed up anyway. And every time she opens her mouth, it's like the mess ain't even seasoned right. Wanda, we don't need you pulling up to another event like a chaotic auntie who lost her invite but showed up to get her to go play anyway. You're not adding value. You're not checking anybody who matters. And baby, you're definitely not funny. You just tired. This ain't Bessemer heat. This is microwave warm. And we don't reheat leftovers that didn't slap for the first time. At this point, the only thing Wonder is serving y'all is a reason for us to fast forward. Now, let's talk about the Fletchers, Chris and Nell. They're giving us grown, seasoned, married energy. And yeah, that's cute. Real cute. But if I wanted calm conversations and balanced opinions, I watch PBS and not OWN. But here's the thing, I don't need them just to be the sounding board couple. I don't need wise advice in every scene like it's Fix My Life Huntsville. I want to see Nell pop off a little bit. And it looks like we might get that because, baby, the teaser with Nell and Kimmi, woo child. Now, if it's real heat, I'm here for it. If it's just some lame teaser where Nell says one sentence and Kimmi sighs dramatically, then don't waste my time because we're not doing soft sparks dressed up like explosions. If Nell and Kimmy are gonna clash, then let them clash. Give us substance. Give us tension. Give us the kind of scene we rewind three times with our popcorn. Because otherwise, that teaser, it better be not the reality TV version of a clickbait thumbnail. I want raised voices. I want earrings off. I want chairs scooted. Don't give me a sigh and a sermon dressed up as drama. We need something that makes us say, now that's why I watch this show. Now, while we're sipping tea, y'all, let's talk about this Ken, Trish, and Marquez storyline. Oh, who asked for this? Because it sure wasn't me. Ken walking around looking like the Incredible Hulk after a bad text message. Trish always on edge like she's reading emotional cue cards. And Marquez, sir, stop crying without tears. Those breakdowns are giving dry-eyed dramatics, and sir, it is not working. Stop giving those more than tear breakdowns like you're auditioning for a role on The Young and the Restless. Y'all, is it me? Or does this feel like a spin-off episode of Paternity Court meets the Bad Decisions Club? Every time they hit the screen, I'm reaching for the fast forward button like it owes me money. We did not sign up for a therapy session gone wrong. Marquise over here sobbing like he's in a Tyler Perry scene, but we still don't know why. Ken looking like he about to flip a table about a whisper of a name, and Trish, she's stuck between fix it and fight me. Don't try and make this a thing, cause it's not. We came here for love, marriage, mess, and power moves, not this sad boy soap opera. Wrap it up, delete the rest of that footage, and burn that love triangle. Woo! Now let me clear my throat for this one. Destiny Payton girl, I'm gonna need you to come here. Why are you still here? I mean that with all due shade and no respect. You've managed to be on this show for season after season, and we still don't know what it is that you do, who you are, or why production keeps sliding you a mic. You walk into scenes like a glitch in a storyline, a background character who refuses to exit stage left. You try and get booked and busy, but can't even book a confessional. You try and give boss babe energy, but forgot the business part. You try and give I'm misunderstood, but never give us anything to understand. We watched you fumble friendships, whisper through drama, and show up like you left your storyline in the car, sis. You talk like you got secrets, but the gag is nobody listening. You've been on this shore for years and have yet to give us one memorable moment. No iconic scene, no draw dropping clap back, not even a hairstyle worth screenshot, honey. How you a main cast member with less character development than those bar stools down at Black? At this point, you're not a mystery. You're a mute button in human form. Destiny, baby, this show has passed you by. And you're still standing on the curb like, wait for me. But we won't. Because the only thing consistent about you is your inconsistency. And I say that with love, but mostly with receipts. Give us something, honey, about out gracefully. Because right now, you're giving us I was here energy in Sharpie on a whiteboard. Oh, yeah. Final sip, honey, because this time we call a thing a thing. Let me wrap this up with a bow and a reed. Martell Holt is out here selling hope in bulk like it's clearance at Costco. Talking about homes, rings, and nursing degrees like he's Oprah with the side piece starter kit. You get a fantasy, you get a delusion, everybody gets a lie. And Arionne says, just because he whispers sweet nothings in your DMs doesn't mean he's building you anything but a house of mirrors. You keep looking for a fairy tale when the whole kingdom was burned down seasons ago, honey. And Scott Manor, congratulations on the foundation, I guess. But at this rate, the only thing y'all building is anticipation and excuses. If the concrete took 10 seasons, the walls might be up by season 20. And the kitchen, shoot, we'll catch that in the spin-off. And Wonder Girl, if irrelevant was a person with a bad attitude and a louder mouth than your storyline, it would be you. We're not sipping from your teacup, sis, because it's cracked, it's cold, and frankly, it's expired. Chris and Nell, show up or sit down. This ain't the show for polite participation. And that Kimmy moment better be a scene and not a sentence. And Destiny Sweetie, even your absence got more impact than your presence. That's not shade, that's math. And on, you gave us a soft lunch disguised as a premiere. We need fireworks, not fizzle. So unless season 3 comes in with heat, receipts, and chaos on the silver platter, this season is just giving mid. And baby, I don't sip lukewarm. I'm sis with the tea, and around here, we don't sugarcoat the truth. We serve it piping hot with no chaser. Now go ahead, hit that subscribe button, drop down in the comments and share your thoughts, and tell me who needs to exit stage left and who's still worth watching at this point. Because over here, y'all, we clock clowns, we collect receipts, and we call it exactly like it is. Period. Holla.
Ooh, y'all. So the tea has been spilled, honey. I'm Sis with the tea, and this was your dose of reality. raw and unfiltered. So, as always, stay real, stay ready, and remember, don't spill tea unless it's worth sipping. Bye, y'all.